Hi, I'm Suha Miñano, the Marketing Head of Global Comfort Group Corporation.
Hi everybody, I'm Rachel Ambas and I'm the Group HR Head for Global Comfort Group Corporation.
Hi everyone, I'm Rhea Bombita. I'm the Sales Manager of the whole group.
Hi, I'm Christy Ella Santiago, also known as CLS, Sector Head. As a woman, I have faced challenges such as gender bias, unequal opportunities, but I overcame them by consistently delivering results, advocating for myself, and seeking mentorship. In a traditional male-dominated industry like us, I've sometimes faced assumptions that I might not be as capable or authoritative as a male counterpart. But I've worked hard to prove my competence through consistent performance, clear communication, and leading by example.
Challenges, gender stereotype, business negotiation, work-life balance. And these are the challenges that I have been experiencing every day of my life. How I was able to overcome those. Well, being in this position, it's not easy to overcome, especially the work-life balance. So first, what I did is I made this life my life. I tend to adapt in every schedules and every situation. So I will be able to make my working life my regular life. So in that adaptation, I was able to turn the stress to just like a regular daily life, and it will make me happy because I believe that what I'm doing is what I really love. In this sense, all these hardships and challenges that I'm facing as a woman became so easy, became so light, especially the gender stereotype. Working in this male-dominated company, I was able to prove myself and have empowered so that I will overcome that kind of challenge, the gender stereotype. In terms of negotiation, I was able to play the role of how the male does it with firm and with consistency.
Okay, the challenges I faced is making sure that I be able to manage being a career woman, a mother, and of course a wife. And for me, the way I managed to overcome these challenges is that I have a very supportive husband. So for me, he has helped me be able to juggle the workload as a career woman. I've been in the industry for quite some time already, more than 20 years in the hotel industry. And sales manager, but mostly as a salesperson. So you can just imagine the intricacies of working as a sales. Now, being a mother, of course, I'm a mother of, I have 3 kids. So you can just imagine, I'm working, at the same time I'm a mother, and of course I'm a wife. But then again, overcoming them with a supportive husband is being able to give priority to each and every one. I made sure that I wear my hat properly on a per role that I do. So for me, that's how I overcome the challenges.
Where do I start? Perhaps breaking stereotypes, proving I belong at the table, sometimes even building my own table, and balancing that fine line between being too soft and too tough. You know what I mean? The key really is I let my work speak for itself, meaning I show up, I deliver, and make sure no one doubts why I am here. At the end of the day, I believe and I know that leadership isn't about gender, but it's more about competence, results being delivered, and making things happen.
For me to empower other women, especially in the crowd where I am into, is to lead by example and break the barriers. As I have mentioned, one of the challenge of the women is the gender stereotype. Now, once we break the barriers, we will be able to show the world or the public who we are and what we can do. So by breaking that barrier, we can definitely show them that we women are empowered. Next is to use this platform. Since I am in marketing, there is an advertising platform there. I can use this as a voice on how we will inspire all women to do the same thing.
To empower other women. I find that I have a passion for sharing, or the way I wanted to empower the other women is for me to either boost their morale, making them see their potential. I try, it may be a very simple as, making them smile when they look, let's say they look sad and I made a comment or, a gesture or anything just to make them feel better. Because if a person is happy, especially women, if we are all happy, whether it's about work, personal reasons, but if we're happy, it shows we shine through. And for me, the way I see empowering them as a woman is that giving them and showing them their potential. How they are, how good they are, whether it may be as simple as a mother or a wife or a career woman at that, whether you're even single. So for me, it's like making them feel, giving that moment of a positive environment so that they'll be able to shine through, to bring out their potential in everything that they do and how they deal with other people as well. So for me, that's how I empower them. Give them, show them what and who can they be for at that time.
I don't just talk about empowerment. I make sure it happens. I mentor, I advocate, and I push for policies that create real opportunities for women. I also tend to hype them up when women doubt themselves or my teammates would doubt themselves. Sometimes we just need someone to say, "Girl, you got this." Because let's be real, when women support women, we are really unstoppable.
I actively contribute to empowering other women by mentoring junior colleagues, supporting women-led initiatives, and fostering an inclusive workplace culture. I believe in lifting others as I climb has been a deeply rewarding aspect of my career.
For me, the management or the leadership style varies. Each and every one of us has our own leadership style. And men and women, of course, it can be the same. But I think what differs us from the men is that we have the heart, we have the intuition, and we use that to our advantage. Mga lalaki kasi yan straightforward. Well, of course, women, we can also be straightforward. But the way I see it is, we decide, we give decisions based on how we feel, of course, of what we think. Hindi naman pwedeng puso lang lagi. And hindi din pwedeng isip lang. But again, for me, the way I see it, that what differs us from men is that we decide with conviction, we decide with, we are being decisive, but more than anything, it's because we decide with a heart.
I think women tend to lead with a mix of strategy and emotional intelligence. Think of it maybe as running a company while also remembering someone's birthdays. Women, we're natural collaborators. Women, we listen and we make sure people feel valued. Pero don't mistake of it as a weakness, because women leaders like us can be tough as nails when needed. And I guess the best part is that women, we do all things while juggling million other things like professionals.
I believe women's leadership styles often emphasize empathy, collaboration, and emotional intelligence, which strengthen team dynamics and drive innovation.
Well, the difference is because women have this natural instinct of motherhood. In this sense, most women, or generally speaking, women are empathic. We are multitasker. We can do, we can basically do multiple things at the same time. We can care and being authoritative at the same time. And that is the difference. Once we say something, we mean it. I'm not saying that men do not mean what they say. It is just because once we say it with the heart, as they say, we say it with feelings, with empathy, the people you are talking to feels it. They feel the sincerity, and somehow they will follow. They will use your image and the way you say it, your instructions, with the heart also, with sincerity. So that, I believe, is a big difference from from a woman leadership to men. Another thing is we are so caring. As I've said earlier, that we have this motherhood instinct, that the people whom we are talking to feels like we care sincerely, and that we will not say things that would hurt them, or that would be risky for them. So when doing this as a leader, I believe it is more persuasive, the people would trust more for this.
My vision, perhaps a workplace where seeing women in leadership isn't inspiring anymore. Instead, it's normal. I want to see more women taking charge, calling the shots, and really redefining leadership. The goal is to create a space where talent and drive matter more than gender. And I suppose yung phrase na we need more women in leadership, it just becomes obsolete because we're already there, we're already here.
Looking ahead, I envision a future where women have greater representation in executive roles, supported by inclusive policies and equal career growth opportunities.
Well, my vision for women leadership, it's not actually to dominate this industry with women. It's more of equality for both gender. My vision is women will now be more brave, more strong, more consistent, and more fair. In this sense, the people in the industry, from the rank and file up to the top level management, they would the women in this industry would be able to establish a good inspiration, a good words of wisdom, a good example. I have also said that we women have this motherhood instinct which a hospitality industry would need, because it's like our home. The mother runs the home. The mother keep the home. And the home here is the hotel that we are handling. This is the women's home. And we women, the leader women in this company would lead, would hold, would keep the hotels that we are handling.
Okay, in the hotel industry, as I mentioned earlier, I've been in the industry for more than 20 years. And leaders-wise, most of the general managers, most of the directors are men. But if you notice or you want to check, most of the director of sales in the hotel industry are women. Girls. Ika nga. Because, like I said, we tend to manage it with a heart. We look for the business. We are the lifeblood of the company, being the director of sales, or being the sales manager, or being a simple sales account executive. But most of us, mostly is mga babae. And how I envisioned it, of course, I would so look forward to have GMs na more on the women instead of like men. Although still, there's still that look of men are better than women. Sabi nga, men are, men can decide better kasi wala sila, dire-diretso lang sila ng thinking. But for me, how I envisioned it is to show the equality between men and women in the hospitality industry. So I hope they will always give us a chance being in the GM position or the CEO or the COO of the hotel industry. So that's how I envisioned it.
To create a more equitable society, we need to close the gender pay gap, implement better work-life balance policies, and establish stronger measures against workplace discrimination. By fostering these changes, we can create a world where women in the hotel industry and beyond are empowered to lead, innovate, and thrive, contributing to a more equitable and prosperous future for all of us.
Equal pay bracket, equal training opportunities, and safer community for us women in this male-dominated industry.
For me, I just want the society to see the equality between men and women. Don't judge us that we cannot do what men can. I want them to see us again as what men can, women can. As simple as that.
Equal pay, real work-life balance, because burnout isn't a badge of honor, and a world where women don't have to prove they deserve a seat at the table. Also, let's normalize women being ambitious without labeling them intimidating. Success should be celebrated. It shouldn't be questioned.